Hello and welcome back to another breaking news update. My name is Jimmy Boyd and you were watching Boyd News. I want to thank you so much for tuning in today. I have some breaking news coming out here for you. I'm going to bring you an update regarding Ukraine and we're going to be talking about the city of Kharkiv. Okay, so late last night, Kharkiv once again came under massive deadly drone attack strikes and also missile attack strikes from Russia. Okay, so this has been happening a lot. There's probably been 4 or 5 attacks a week, is what it seems like. Almost every single day, Kharkiv is coming under attack by at least drones. And we also know Zaporizhia came under attack as well. During this attack last night in Kharkiv, 6 Ukrainian civilians lost their lives. And in Zaporizhia, we got word that 4 civilians were also killed as well in double tap strikes. These are drone strikes. So, I just want to say here that Kharkiv has been getting smashed lately, and this is really not widely reported. These attacks happen, but they're not reported across all the mainstream medias. It's really not even talked about much anymore, which is kind of sad because Kharkiv alone has just been getting hit almost on a daily here, and no one really says anything about it. Okay, so I just wanted to report on this and let you know what's going on over here. But these poor people are just getting hit almost every night. I can't imagine trying to sleep in the city and just every night there's air raid sirens going off. So I've got some information we're going to be going over here. We have an article to go over, and then also I'll have some X posts with some additional information. So let's go ahead and dive right in. On CBS News, Russian missile strikes on Ukrainian city of Kharkiv leaves at least 6 dead. Says here Russian forces overnight attacked Ukraine with drones and missiles, killing at least 6 people and wounding 11 more in Kharkiv, Ukraine's second largest city, local officials reported. Governor of Kharkiv region Ole Sinihubov said missile strikes on the city damaged residential buildings, a gas station, a kindergarten, a cafe, a shop, and cars. Kharkiv is only about 18 miles from the eastern border with Russia. So look at this, a gas station, a kindergarten, a cafe, a shop, and cars. Crazy here, a gas station and a kindergarten. Especially a school. It's just absolutely insane. I saw a video not too long ago where there was some kids taking cover inside of a school. The windows were getting blown out and they were trying to get away from the windows because they were under attack. It was somewhere in I want to say it may have been Kharkiv. And the windows were getting blown out from these explosions, and they were trying to take cover under their desks and get away from the windows because of this. And I can't believe that literally kindergartens or schools are being targeted out of all things in residential buildings. Like, what do these people have to do with this? But it's just terrible. That's war. That's what's going on here. So overall, Russia fired 32 Iranian-made Shahed drones and 6 missiles at Ukraine overnight, according to the Air Force commander. Ukrainian Air Defense Forces shot down 3 cruise missiles and 28 drones, Lieutenant General Mykola Oleshuk said in a statement. Russian killers continue to terrorize Ukrainians and attack Kharkiv and other peaceful cities, he said. The Russian military has not commented on the strikes, but said that Ukraine on Saturday morning fired vampire rockets at Russia. All 10 of them were shot down over Russia's border region of Belgorod by air defense system, the Russian Defense Ministry said. So I will say too that Ukraine has been attacking Belgorod and Kursk a lot lately as well. Obviously, they've been launching drone strikes all throughout Russia, which isn't any better than what Russia's doing to Ukraine, right? But I will note here that Ukraine has been doing this a lot too. They've been targeting a lot of areas like Belgorod, which could potentially be civilian areas as well, using drones. On the ground in Ukraine, Russian forces were advancing and pushing back against them was difficult, said Oleksandr Syrsky, commander of the Ukraine's armed forces. Syrsky said the situation in the Bakhmut area in the partially occupied eastern Donetsk region was particularly challenging. He said Russian forces are carrying out offensive operations day and night, using assault groups with the support of armored vehicles as well as assaults on foot. Fierce battles are taking place east of the town of Chasiv Yar, which Ukraine still controls and which is located near the occupied city of Bakhmut. Russian forces are trying to break through defensive lines there, Syrsky said on the messaging app Telegram, adding that Chasiv Yar remains under our control. All enemy attempts to break through to the settlement have failed. Near Avdiivka, another city in the Donetsk region held by the Russians, the fiercest battles were occurring in Pervomaisky and Vodyany. According to the official, he also said the situation is tense on the southern and northeastern parts of the front line. So even here, even when it comes to the war on the front line, okay, this war is not going too well either for Ukraine. They're definitely struggling. That's what I continue to see here, is that I hear that the front line is tense. It's extreme. It's difficult. We hear a lot of these same terms coming out from Alexander Sersky here. So we know that Ukraine is struggling to hold the line. But as far as I know, they're holding up for the most part. I think Russia has taken a little bit of land, a few small villages here and there. But for the most part, it seems like they're keeping things together. So I just wanted to give you some news about that. That's what's going on with Kharkiv there, okay? Like I said, they've been getting smashed almost daily here, and it's very terrible what's happening to these poor people here. So I've got some extra information. We're going to go over a few X-posts. I got some video footage and also a couple photos here too that we'll take a look at, aside from the one you see here on your screen, regarding these attacks, and it looks pretty terrible. So let's take a look at these. This is from Tasha on X. You probably don't see on your local news what Russia keeps doing to Kharkiv, our second biggest city. Russia bombing it every day with all kinds of missiles, destroying it. Openly say on TV they want to erase it completely, and the free world doesn't give an F, is what she said. So let's go ahead and take a look at this video that shows some of the devastation here. Okay, so this is kind of a longer video, so I'll just go ahead and stop that there. You can kind of get a good view here of what happened. So it looks like this little residential area just got hammered. I don't know if this was just drones or missiles as well in this area. This looks like it must have been a missile right there that struck. That's a pretty deep crater, unless these are really powerful drones that were striking. But, you know, as we can see, a lot of the windows have been busted out from all these apartments that were nearby. There we got vehicles that were destroyed. Okay, so again, there was like 6 people that were killed in last night's strike. So definitely another terrible night here in Kharkiv. Moving on to this next post from Zenta. The number of dead in Kharkiv increases 7 people. So it looks like it might be 7 now, according to this information. Russians struck twice this night at high-rise residential buildings, kindergartens, and civil infrastructure. The second shelling began less than 30 minutes after the first. Gas station was completely destroyed. Power lines were damaged in the middle of the battered 9-story buildings. There's 2 holes measuring 5 by 5 meters. Disgusting, bloody terrorists. So something I want to note here too is that Kharkiv has been battling a energy shortage too, due to their power substations coming under attack by Russia as well. Russia's been hitting lots of the, I think it's the D-Tech, the company's called D-Tech. Their power stations have been coming under massive attack, and Ukraine's been having trouble keeping the power on for people in Kharkiv as well. So let's take a look at a few of these photos. We can see here there's fire over here. I don't know if this is where the gas station was, because it's kind of on the corner of a street. And I can't really see what that says over there, but this is some sort of I don't know if this could maybe might be a power plant here actually, because I see like a tower here, and this looks like it could be some sort of power plant. But we got a fire here. Here's a crater from a probably a drone or a missile that landed out here in the open. Oh, is this maybe the gas station? This doesn't look like it got blown up, but this was a gas station nearby in this photo. And then here's another one. So this might be the same thing we were seeing in that other picture. Maybe this is just during the day. So I don't think this looks like some sort of building that might have been maybe even under construction. And this crater here. There's a good, yeah, 5x5 crater, maybe even larger there. So let's take a look at our next post. Maria Avdiva, awful night for Kharkiv. Russia again massively attacked the city with Shahid drones, at least 6 killed. This is pure blatant terrorism, is what she said. So let's take a look at a few of these photos here. We got a fire breaking out by this apartment building here. All right, some more fires here. Oh, this looks like maybe a missile struck in the middle of the road. We got fires over here on the side of the road and some destruction here in the middle. That might even be a vehicle right there that we're looking at. Some sort of vehicle that caught on fire. Maybe it was struck. Who knows? And I don't know. I was looking at this photo earlier, and this kind of looks like this could be the school right here. I'm not sure because we got fencing all around this too. So I don't know. That looks like, I don't know if that's a small shop. I think that's a small shop right there. This could be the gas station too. But definitely more devastation here. Targeting lots of, just to me, looks like residential infrastructure. Okay, it looks like we don't have any power here. Maybe these power lines got affected because it looks pretty dark over here aside from this flame. All right, and finally, let's see, we got another picture. Oh, we got one more picture here. This looks like that same picture from earlier, just from a different angle of that might be a vehicle on fire over here. All right, so finally, one last post here from X that I want to share with you from Irina Wojciak. And it says, overnight, Russian forces carried out missile strikes on residential neighborhood in Kharkiv, killing 6 civilians and injuring 11 others. Early estimates indicate that around 3,600 windows in the surrounding houses were shattered. So this is like a quick clip of some of the windows being shattered on this building when these missiles came down. So just imagine how powerful this missile must have been if it landed close to these buildings and just completely knocked out everybody's windows. Like you can see, definitely a lot of these windows are busted out. You can see up here some of these other windows, and even some people's their curtains are hanging out the windows, like right there. So definitely these windows got busted out during this blast. Luckily, it didn't land on that building and kill innocent people. Here's another picture of another crater. I think we saw this picture earlier. And there's another shot here in front of this place. Oh, is that a mall, actually? I think it says Planeta Mall. Maybe this is a mall, like a small shopping center or something. And look at that. This landed right here in front of this and completely destroyed the entire front of that building just from that blast. Very crazy, guys. Very crazy. And I thought this photo was interesting, too. Look, here's like I don't know if this is a dud. This was probably a shell that was a dud that landed, and it didn't even explode. So just imagine coming outside, seeing the destruction, and then there's just a missile sitting right there on the ground. Absolutely crazy. But I wanted to cover this because Kharkiv has just been getting smashed, like I said, so much lately over the past even week. It seems like almost every night, that's all we see is mainly Kharkiv and Zaporizhzhia right now, really coming under massive attack by the Russians. And I wanted to get this information out there so that way you guys knew about this, because it's really not being widely reported anymore. Much of the attacks inside of Ukraine, it's just happening so often that I think a lot of people are becoming immune to the fact that Ukraine is being hit so often now. And obviously this has been dragging on for 2 years, so I think it's kind of in a way boring to most people. But at the end of the day, these are innocent people that are being killed in these strikes. And it's not just in Ukraine, it's in Russia too, okay? Ukraine is doing the same, the same thing, targeting Russia, targeting Belgorod and Kursk and all these oil facilities. And we've had lots of innocent people in Russia getting killed and wounded as well in all these strikes. So I hope and I pray that someday soon, this war comes to an end and these people can finally be at peace and stop attacking each other, because at the end of the day, they're going to be neighbors no matter what. So let me know what you think regarding this attack in Kharkiv. Share your thoughts and opinions and concerns down in the comment section. If you got something out of this video, please smash that like button. And also, if you enjoy my content, please consider subscribing down below. Hit the notification bell. That way YouTube can notify you. And with that, I hope you all have a great day. Everybody take care and God bless. We'll see you in the next one.